It's the Pesto Pod, the Pesto Pod, the Pesto Pod.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pesto Pod. My name is Julia Leahy. You might know me on TikTok as @morepesto, please. Today, I am joined by funny person and comedy writer and teller of jokes and tales, Vannessa Jackson, everybody.
We love it. Teller of jokes and tales. I
Teller
feel
of
like that
jokes and
needs to be my
tales.
new intro for everything.
Sure, put that in your bio.
Yeah.
And then, just pay me whenever you get the chance.
I love it.
For
That sounds
that
like
little-
Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah, like a little,
Yeah.
spinner, weaver of dreams
Yeah,
and
teller of jokes and
Yeah.
tales.
Yeah.
I love it.
Vanessa is a talented comedy queen and writes for SNL.
Yeah.
You're probably the most established, have your life together person I've ever had on the podcast.
I love that. I love that I give off the impression that I have my life together, and I'm here for it.
Good, great. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what. I mean, as a person who's I think you're the goal I'm trying to hit.
Oh, I love that. Let's do that.
Does that sound like something
That
you
feels
wanna
good to
hear?
me.
Okay, cool.
That feels good. What if it didn't? What if I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
I just started spiraling. I'm
Yeah.
like, the goal, what?
But yeah, you're killing it out here.
Thank you.
And we met recently from
Yes.
a show that we did together, and I heard you, and I was like, wow, this is really funny.
Yeah, and
Funny human being.
You.
Thanks.
Same.
Slay. And yeah, and I was like, get her on the pod so we can chit chat about life and death.
Yeah.
and
Mortality.
mortality and everything serious. But I like to start the Pesto Pod off with the Pest Story of the Week,
Ooh.
which is where I tell the story of the whackassery of my life as of late.
We love it.
Yes. So I will give you the chance to share your whackassery as of late.
Perfect.
Mine is boring as hell, and it's simply I already made like a TikTok about this, so it's old news. But there's an eclipse happening in my hometown of Rochester, New York, a solar eclipse.
Okay.
And everyone's up in arms about it. Everyone's going absolutely bonkers. Like every hotel is booked. The schools are closed.
Beautiful.
It's supposed to be like a huge deal, this eclipse. And I'm not going to get to see it because while I am in Rochester, I will be in the middle of my annual pap smear.
Oh no.
Can you believe?
Yeah. Wait, can you change it?
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. That's
I
for
feel
sure.
like you have to.
Well, if not, I'm gonna be like, Doc, can we step outside?
Yeah.
And look at this monumentous event.
You're like, please. You should in the
Like,
middle of it. You're like,
yeah.
let's go
Can we
together.
get a skylight in
Yeah.
here?
Well, I feel like you have to change it too because people who are from where you're from, everybody's gonna be like, where were you when this happened?
And I'm gonna be like, legs open.
Yeah, legs open.
Speculum in.
Living my worst life.
I know. Truly one of the worst places.
Yeah.
The last place I'd rather be.
Oh
This world.
no. That's the worst.
I
Wait,
know.
why is it? This is going to be a dumb question. I'm really going to let you into my brain.
Please.
Why is it only happening there? It's not.
No. So great question.
Yes, thank
So it's
you.
happening everywhere because it's the sun.
Of course.
But there's like a thin line around the earth where it is happening in totality. So there's like a couple cities in the U.S. where it will be completely dark.
Yeah.
And that's one of them.
Yeah.
And Rochester, love her to death. I don't know if you've ever heard of it or been or whatever.
Yeah.
Not like a crazy bustling urban center.
No.
So this is all they've got right
Yeah.
now is this eclipse. My mom, I've been on the phone with my family and they're like, it is crazy out here.
Yeah.
The preparation for this eclipse.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of preparation? Like festivals and stuff?
Every store is selling like the glasses you need to see it.
Oh, got it.
And every restaurant is having like eclipse deals, and the like local breweries are having like eclipse parties, and
wow,
it's just they're like expect like 500,000 people on the roads at this time. Like the traffic's gonna be insane.
Wow. Wouldn't people not be on the road?
You know, you think? No, I guess like the weekend prior, every
Yeah.
hotel's booked.
Oh,
They close
got it.
schools.
Really?
Now you gotta find childcare for your fucking kid.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
because this moon's covering the sun for 4 minutes.
you know what this feels like? It feels like somebody in like the government there in Rochester, this was their only duty this year, and they were like, oh, we're going full out.
They
for
sure
the
are. There's like a
eclipse.
committee.
Yeah. Oh, I love the woman who runs. I know it's a woman. I feel it in my bones. It's a woman. The woman who runs the eclipse
It's a
committee.
real she her.
It's a
running that
real she
committee.
her. 100%. Full send. She is just living her worst life. Just out there, like, you know what? This year for the eclipse, I'm
making it everyone's problem.
Yes, I'm gonna make people's lives a living hell. And you know what? We love her for that.
I've had some people say, like, I saw the last eclipse like 10 years ago and it was like the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And then some people be like, it will be the biggest letdown. Like, it won't even get dark. So I'm really on the edge of my seat to see, but I will truly be on the edge of my seat as I will be on the edge of the medical bed getting papped. So
ready for
we'll
it.
see.
Yeah, I'm excited for you.
Thanks. I'm excited to
Yeah,
make
for
sure all's well.
Yes, yeah.
All's well
Make
down
sure
there.
All's well. She's like, good news, there's an eclipse. Bad news, we gotta talk.
Yeah, bad news. You have abnormal cell growth.
Yeah, something's happening. Something's going down.
So that's like what I've got going on currently.
I love that for you.
Thanks. Do you?
Yeah.
I don't.
Sort of. Kinda. It's exciting.
Hey, we're staying healthy. Do you have a pest story of the week to share for the class?
Pest story of the week. Yeah, this is top of mind because it just happened last night, which is very, very specific. It kind of has to do with my job. Kind of has to do with comedy.
Sure.
Which is this last week at Saturday Night Live, Rami Youssef hosted, who was really great, really, really funny.
Do you get to meet the...
Yeah, we get to work with them like the whole week
sick.
directly, which is awesome.
Holy
he was awesome.
shit, I'm gonna have so many questions.
Yeah,
for you.
I loved him. He was great. But another friend of mine was asking like, oh, how was the week? And I didn't have anything in the show, so I was telling them like, oh, like didn't have anything. My sketch bombed at table. And any comedian knows when somebody asks like, oh, what was the joke or whatever, you just don't say, because you're like, this is not going to go off as well as it is on stage. Like, whenever you tell somebody your jokes,
sure.
like in a conversation,
yeah, you're not going to be like, well, so person A enters stage left.
Yes.
Like, that's not the vibe.
100% not the vibes. And I was talking to my friend yesterday, and he goes, what was the sketch? And instead of just being like, you wouldn't get it.
It's a long story.
Yeah, I decided to act out the sketch that bombed. And it bombed yet again in conversation with that person. And that was probably one of those moments where you go, maybe I should just go hide.
Should I become an insurance salesman?
Yeah, right. Like, maybe I should go into witness protection. Like, I feel like they got to cover something like this, you know? You ever had an embarrassing moment so bad where you're like, I feel like the FBI should be involved. I feel like we should talk to them.
Surely I got to be on the book somewhere.
Surely they have a program where they're like, we'll take you out. We'll put you in Iowa. You're a teacher now.
Yeah.
It'll be cool.
Your name is like John P.
Yes.
Give you a new
I
name.
would mess that up so quick if I was in witness protection. I don't think
yeah.
I would mess it
slip
up immediately.
I'd slip up. Have you ever seen Ghost?
No.
Oh my god. Okay, never mind.
No, what
I was
happened
gonna make
in
a stupid
Ghost?
reference.
Oh, okay.
With Whoopi Goldberg, you ever seen Ghost?
No.
Oh my god. Okay. Never mind.
That was the one she was in with what's his face, right? Who?
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze. Yeah, no, I didn't see it. I love that Whoopi Goldberg was your reference to that movie. Isn't it Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore?
It's Whoopi Goldberg's movie. She runs that movie.
I think you're the only person who's ever called Ghost Whoopi Goldberg's movie.
Whoopi Goldberg single-handedly runs that movie. That is Whoopi Goldberg.
Shout out to Whoopi Goldberg, man.
She's hilarious. That's my favorite movie of all time.
Yes, I love her. Is it really?
Yes.
Okay, now I gotta watch it.
It's got everything. It's got comedy. It's got tragedy.
Yeah.
It's got
It's got Whoopi.
It's got joy and tears. It's got everything.
That's one of those movies that's been on my list of like
It's so
old
stupid.
movies I need to watch.
It's the dumbest movie.
It's the classic pottery one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my love. Yeah.
I did not even know Whoopi Goldberg was in that movie.
Oh my god, she plays a psychic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good shout outs to Whoopi.
Whoops.
Now I'm gonna watch it for that.
Yeah. No,
be
you
great.
should. I implore you.
Yeah.
to.
You must.
You must. Yeah, it's in my top 5 favorite movies.
Wow.
But the topic that we've decided to discuss. Well, first of all, you wanted to talk about celebrity couples.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, are you like very into that?
I guess I am. You know, when you're trying to, sometimes this is my worst thing. My first thought is like, you go, what am I into? And then you pull the most random thing. You're like, what could I talk about for a long time?
Well,
celebrity couples are that.
Sure. I guess I forget that I'm very unlike most people in that, like, Listen, I'm not a doctor, nor do I claim to be one, but I for sure could be diagnosed with something.
Yes.
In that, when I was a child and now,
Uh-huh.
I'm obsessed with the weirdest fucking shit.
Really?
I'm like, let me tell you about hammerhead sharks or like something. Like, I'm just a wealth of useless knowledge.
Oh, that's good. But that's good as a comedian, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
But so a lot of times I've had other people come on and they're like, you into like plants? And I'm like, fucking sure. And then we're like, chlorophyll. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
But
very niche.
Yeah.
I love that.
no, it's super niche.
What's your weirdest obsession? Is it pesto?
I really love sharks.
You really love sharks?
I love a shark.
Wow. Okay.
I love a shark, and I love like a royal family tree.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Sharks and a royal
I
family
know it's
tree.
a really different end of the
I
spectrum.
love that. I'm the opposite. I could not be more basic in
No,
my
you don't
thoughts.
have like a weird fact, like weird
No.
facts that you like.
No, when I was a kid,
Yeah,
I guess
when you were a
I
kid, you
was
didn't read books about like weird shit.
No, I was really into espionage, which sounds crazy.
That's a perfect example
Yes.
of what we could have talked
That's
about.
fair. That's
a perfect example of what I was
but
looking for.
not like studying. When I say espionage, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking like, oh, like the spies and like American history. Like no, like there was a spy store at my mall.
No, yeah, you just like you were just like a kid with a
Yes.
pair of binoculars.
Yes, 100. I had a forensic science kit as a kid, which is
Yes.
crazy. They
No,
shouldn't
that's
sell those for
hilarious.
kids. It had
No,
like
that's
fingerprinting
hilarious.
dust.
Yes, I did too. I had one of those too.
Oh, it's great. So yeah, that was my thing. That's true.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like my one thing. But no, I didn't.
You should have
really-
gone into police work.
I almost did.
Okay.
I almost thought about it, and then I
Okay.
go, "This isn't like the TV shows, so I probably shouldn't."
Yeah,
do
there's
this.
like a lot of. I guess you gotta like go to school and shit.
100%. I'm like, that probably is not what I do.
No, that is like the energy I was looking for. But celebrity couples are also, I'm sure, like
Yeah.
at length.
Yeah,
That's
but
another
everybody talks about
same
that.
energy that like we're useless.
Yes.
Stored up there.
100, no point to it.
No
I do
point.
love things like that where you're like, there's no reason to have this knowledge, but you have it.
No, like it is stored up there for a rainy day, and when
Uh-huh.
I need to whip it out,
Yes.
I can whip it out.
That's the thing.
My question that before we move on to the actual topic, my
Uh-huh.
question is, because you work on SNL and you occasionally have to interact with actual celebrities,
Yeah.
do you sometimes interact with people who you're like, I know exactly who you're in a relationship with and the story behind it?
Oh, that's a good question. Like somebody who I've had too much knowledge about.
Yeah.
That's actually really good because I used to
like, it's like someone comes in the room and you're like, how's the divorce?
Yes, yeah. You're like, how is that going for you? That's so funny because I used to write for E! News, and so there was just a lot of like
literally keeping tabs on people.
literally keeping tabs on people. So there are things where I'm like, oh, I know your birthday, or I know where you're from, or like you know who was that for me? I think was Selena Gomez. Just because I also grew up with her too.
Sure.
And so like I got to help on the monologue for that episode, I believe. Yeah. I got to help on the monologue for that episode. It all blends at a certain point.
Sure.
And so we were sitting there, and for the monologue, you have to like interview them extensively. And while we were sitting there interviewing, and she was talking about just like her life and things, and like, oh, you know, who I dated or ex-boyfriend, and in your head you're just like, oh, I know it all.
I know. And I know about your kidney transplant.
You're like, girl, yes. She's like, the show I was on as a teen. I'm like, Wizards of Waverly Place. Yes, episode 3, season
that's
4.
crazy.
That was my
if
favorite.
She says the show I was
Yeah,
on
the
as
show
a
I
teen
was on as a
and
teen.
things we don't know. That's nuts.
I'm like, what show is that? That's
I'm like,
crazy.
I don't know what you're
That's
talking
insane.
about.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
100%. So that was probably the only person where I was like, but yeah, nobody's been on so far where you're like, and how is that life problem
And how's
going
the
for
secret
you?
kid you have?
Yeah. Exactly. Like, wait a second. You know what was the hardest though was Keke Palmer, who I love, who's great.
I love Keke Palmer
Yeah,
too.
she was great. And when she was on the show, she announced her pregnancy in the monologue.
Did she? I
Yes.
remember that. That's so
Yeah.
fun.
So the whole week she was pregnant and we knew, but the world didn't. And that was the hardest, where I was like, I want to text everybody right now. And I got a bunch of texts when she revealed that, of people being like, you didn't even tell us. And I'm like, I couldn't.
I was contractually
I had
obligated
for
to
Keke.
not.
That I felt
For
like, you know, that
Keke.
parasocial relationship where like we talked a little bit because she was in the thing that I was doing and the sketch that I wrote. But other than that, obviously we weren't like friends
She
or
doesn't
anything.
know your name.
Yes,
But
she
you're
doesn't
like,
know
for my friend
Yes, but I'm
Keke.
like, for me and Keke, I must keep this secret. I must keep the sacred oath that I promised her.
And I simply must ask because she's my favorite.
Yeah.
How was Renee Rapp? Did you talk to her at all?
Awesome.
Oh my
No,
God,
I
love
never
her.
see the musical guest really.
Oh, that's true. But I
Yeah.
forgot she wasn't really in the sketches.
Yeah,
much.
if they're in like your sketch, but she wasn't in my sketch. It's a very weird thing where you're like co-workers with the host for
That
like
makes
a
sense.
week. So
That
like
totally makes
you have
sense.
to like interact with them, but the musical guest, unless they're in your sketch,
I
you
totally
don't.
forgot she was not like the host.
I
She was
know
just
she
the
should be
guest.
though. She's so funny.
She's so funny. I have a shirt with her face on it.
Oh my
She's
gosh.
great.
I
I
love
saw her
that.
live. She was so good.
She's awesome. I forget who was hosting that week, but I feel like
Jacob Lordy.
Jacob Lord.
No worries. I got you.
The way you said that to Jacob Lordy.
Jacob Lordy.
Whenever I like to refer to that as Renee Rap episode because she was the musical guest, but everybody was texting me being like, "It's Renee's Rap's episode, right?" And I
Well,
was
there's
like,
there was a lot of conversation about. I don't know why I'm telling you what the conversation was about.
No,
You
I
work there, so
I
you know.
love the conversations.
But like everyone's like, oh, the curse is broken because there's obviously a lot of rumors about the musical guest on SNL always kind of flops.
Oh, what?
Do you not know this?
No.
Oh, let me tell you what the people are saying.
Yeah.
People. Let me tell you what the public is saying.
I'm obsessed with this.
People are saying that traditionally good artists when
Yeah.
they perform live on SNL for some reason they flop. And
like
it's-
after or during the show.
No. Like their performance on SNL is never quite as good as they normally are live.
Oh, interesting.
And it's maybe like it's a nerves thing,
yeah.
or it's just like it's such a big deal because
Yeah.
you made it on SNL.
I
It's always bad.
You know what I think? My theory on that is probably because of the like. I think SNL is such a huge opportunity for so many people, and you get there and you're like, I'm gonna make this the episode that
I'm gonna
everybody.
change everything.
Yes.
Don't change everything.
Yes, do your thing. Do your thing. I also
to all
was
6
guilty of
people that watch my podcast, don't change it.
Don't
when
change
you
it.
go on SNL, don't change it.
When you are on SNL, don't change anything. But I do, and I even felt you just feel this sense of like, I'm gonna be the one that changes the entire course of history. Which you know who did actually kind of do that was
Sinead.
This might be wrong. Who?
Oh, Sinead O'Connor when
Sinead
she ripped that photo of the Pope.
Oh yes, also that 100%. No, but Kanye, I believe before Kanye did his first appearance on SNL, this might be incorrect. I believe there wasn't a lot of like, it was just people kind of doing like a very generic setup, and he was the one who came and made it like a huge production kind of a thing.
Really?
And since then, everybody has like tried to make their own huge
Oh,
productions.
they're trying to be Kanye.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
interesting.
they were all trying to be.
Yeah, you don't want to now. Now
yeah,
you don't
I
want
think
to.
he just not right now. He just set the tone for like
That's
what you
interesting.
could possibly do, and so I think a lot of people come and they're like, okay, we're gonna be underwater, and yes, and
Can we fill the stage with bugs?
yes, 100.
Can we get a live giraffe in here?
Yes, let's make it crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't realize that. That's interesting. I didn't know.
But then everyone's like, Renee Rapp broke the curse.
Yeah.
Because her performance live was so good.
oh, that's interesting.
And I said, you know why that is? It's because she's a theater girl and she knows how to sing.
100%. You know who I do think, before I even knew there was a curse, you know who I would say probably broke the curse before that was maybe Billie Eilish. She had a
Billie Eilish
really,
is
really great. Yeah,
seen her
when
live
she did
too.
like
She
the
slayed.
upside down walking on the ceiling thing, I was like, okay, Billie.
That's right. What did she, do you remember what she sang at all?
Oh, I don't.
Okay.
Well, when I was there, that was before I was there. When I was there and she hosted, it was the Christmas episode. So I think she sang a Christmas song,
Upside
and maybe
down.
original. Yeah, upside down.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, anyway, those are two women that I love.
We love that.
Billy
for
and
you.
Renee.
Billy and Renee.
But this is neither here nor there because
Yeah.
the topic of the episode is flash mobs.
Flash mobs.
You love a flash mob?
I hate a flash mob.
Oh.
But but that's
Okay.
why I think I can talk. I feel like, go with me on this. I feel
No,
like
I'm
flash
here.
mobs ran my life for a good. You're 22, right?
Yeah. How old are you?
I am 31.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. So I feel like flash mobs in my early 20s, your early 10s, I
Sure.
imagine. Yeah. Do you remember flash mobs at all?
Yeah. Like early YouTube for me.
Yes.
Was like improv everywhere, flash mobs.
100%. There was a point in life where flash mobs ran the scene.
The scene.
The scene. The culture was destroyed by flash mobs. Actually, for this, I was looking up because I never knew like the history of where it started, and I was hoping it wasn't America, but it absolutely was America.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
I thought maybe it would be like K-pop.
Right? You would think.
Doesn't it kind of give K-pop
It
energy?
gives K-pop energy, but then I thought of it. I was like, it's also very American to be like, I'm gonna make
Everyone stop and watch me.
Yes, I'm gonna make this all about me.
I'm gonna stop like the function of this mall right now.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to a mall and I'm gonna make it about me right now.
Yeah, the most American thing is to stop the function of a mall either with a flash mob or a gun.
Yes. Classic America, 100%. That is actually so accurate. We love to destroy somebody's day.
Take that out.
We do love to destroy
We love to
someone's
ruin a day. We love to ruin a day.
We love to ruin a day, which I think it's because, I don't know, I think it was the period between like 2003, 2013. I think Glee killed the flash mob, and we can get
Interesting.
it. Yes.
You would think it would actually
You would think it would help
help
it.
it.
I think Glee killed a lot. Okay, here's the thing. I love Glee.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Were you a Gleek?
So very interesting because I'm a theater kid
Yeah.
in nature. I, for a long time, did not watch Glee because I said the moment I start watching Glee, it's going to take over my whole life. And I like got to commit like a couple years to this.
Yes.
And so I put off watching Glee for a long time. And then only recently, maybe like 2 years ago,
Really?
I watched Glee and I only watched the first season.
Wow.
And then I was like, I'm bored.
I respect that.
Yeah.
It had the Glee was
But I like understand its place in this world.
No, but I get what you're saying because it had a moment. It was Glee is one of
For
those shows that was
sure it
of
had
a
a
time.
moment.
Yeah, like I don't think I would like it if I went back and watched it. But the reason I think it killed flash mobs is because it was like so good at its time that after it finished, you were like, it's done. And I feel like they had a flash mob energy where like they maybe did an episode.
Oh my
or
god,
something.
they had a flash mob because every time something plot wise started happening, all of a sudden we have to have like a fucking 4-minute number.
Yes.
And I love a number.
Yes.
But I'm like, I just want to know if like Terry's baby's real. Like, can I just
Can we just get to the 100%?
like it's insane.
Can we get to the show?
But I can't because Archie's wheeling around like singing his heart out, and it's too much for me.
Wheeling around.
Wheeling around.
That was also a thing we don't talk about enough in the thousands is characters in wheelchairs in shows who weren't really in wheelchairs. That was a vibe. Glee, Degrassi, those were the ones. They loved to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was not necessarily a Glee at the time of Glee.
Yes.
First of all, when Glee came out, I was too young to watch it.
Yeah. Oh, yes. It was inappropriate for you.
Yeah, a little bit.
I respect
I
that.
was a little bit young.
Yeah.
Probably like 9.
I don't know what year Glee came out. I want to say I was in maybe high school, early high school.
Yeah, probably because you're my
8th
sister's
grade.
age. So.
Yeah. Okay. That's fun.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. So maybe like early high school-ish age. Yeah. But flash mobs, I remember in high school. The reason I hate them. Okay. No, well, not. Yeah, I do. I can't say that I don't hate them. I always was afraid, the same way that I'm afraid of becoming a meme, I was afraid of being in a flash mob video. Because more so than the actual video, people love the close-ups of the person who didn't know there was a flash mob and is just standing in the middle of the mall like,
That's what I was going to say. I was like, why would you be in the video if you didn't know there was a flash mob? You'd be in it. But then I see what you're saying.
and
you're the person getting like proposed to.
Yes, and
I
you
see.
can't get out of it.
Oh, no.
Like once you're in the flash mob, you just got to stand there and look like an idiot.
Yeah, it's like being sung happy birthday to.
Yes.
Where do you look?
Where do you look? Where do you go? You're just sitting there
Where
like,
do you go?
that's cool. They're singing that song.
Yeah.
That's great. The songs they choose very like.
Can I ask you a question? Because I
I would
really
love
hope
it.
we're on the same wavelength. When
Okay.
you think of a flash mob, specifically to ask someone a certain question,
Yes.
what song are you thinking of? 'Cause
Okay.
there's a song.
Thank you for asking. It's either the Eye of the Tiger. It's the Thrill of the.
Okay.
That one.
wasn't what I was thinking.
Black Eyed Peas. Oh wait, no. Okay, sorry. Let me go back. The flash mob song. The ultimate flash mob song, Forever by Chris Brown.
Oh, sure. For the what? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'll accept that.
Yeah, yeah.
That
What
was
were
one
you
of-
thinking?
Is it the look in your
Oh,
eyes?
we're looking
Or
for
is it the
something dumb to
dancing
do.
cue?
Yeah. Hey, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
That song also, you're right.
That's the wedding. It's the
Yes.
marry you.
Marry You or
The
Forever by
proposal.
Chris Brown.
Forever Chris Brown is also a cultural
Yes.
reset.
Those are two songs that I'm obsessed with and I love, but every
I
time
love Forever Chris Brown's a great song.
it's a great song.
Great song.
The minute those two things hit, you're like, here we go. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You can't stop yourself. That song came on when I was on the treadmill recently. I was like, I almost died.
This
Because
is a fucking great
yes,
song.
you have to dance to. You just cannot stop. But those songs both trigger me because immediately in the back of your brain for a second, you're like, is somebody going to
Someone
start?
filming me.
Yeah. What's happening?
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
going
yeah,
on?
yeah, yeah.
Flash mobs kind of ruined Forever by Chris. Actually, you know what? I do think. Do you remember that episode of The Office where they did?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Do I remember that?
Yes, that was time of death for the flash mob.
You
Because I think
think?
we all saw it in the episode and we were like, you know what? I think that's a good cap. I think that's a good place to end it.
I do love that episode. That is
Yes.
such a heartwarming little flash mob, though. I'll
Yeah.
give him that. I'll give them that.
I will give it.
Call me a white person.
Yeah.
I love that episode.
I'm obsessed with that episode. I loved it, and that was the last time I said, "All right, guys, I think we can put the flash mob
done.
away.
We're done.
I think we're good. I think we're done."
Do you know the YouTube channel Improv Everywhere?
No.
Okay, I think you would if you looked it up because
Okay.
it would be familiar to you. No, that's not. I didn't
Yeah,
mean
yeah.
like. Okay, well you do.
No,
No,
no.
I meant like if you'd be like, oh, this is familiar.
Probably.
They did flash mobs in 2010 or whatever.
Okay.
But it wasn't like music flash mobs. Their most famous one was called Frozen in Grand Central Station.
Oh.
And they got like
Oh.
200 people.
I do remember this.
For 5 minutes or something.
Yes.
To be in Grand Central and to just freeze.
Yes.
And it is actually like kind of freaky.
I do
Because
remember
everyone
that.
is like, holy shit, what the fuck?
And
is
it was,
going
yeah,
on?
5 shit. I do. And then they all just started
And they all
immediately
just start
walking again.
going, yeah. Yeah.
I also, I think it's
Well, that I would be like, the world's ending.
yes. What would you have done?
Kill myself.
Would you
Jump in front of the train.
jump right on the,
right
what if,
in front of the
that
fucking
would be a
Metro
crazy,
North.
that'd be crazy end to a video if just somebody jumped in front of the train.
Flash mob ends in death,
Yeah.
not clickbait.
Just person could not handle it, overstimulated.
I'd be so overstimulated.
Yeah, 100%.
They had another one that I really loved that really made up my whole childhood, and it was called Food Court Musical. And
Okay.
it was a mall food court, and the workers like burst into a coordinated musical about that they really need a napkin.
Yeah.
They had a
That's-
whole song and dance, and then of course like the janitor
Uh-huh.
joins in, and then like this person joins in. Everyone's like, who's not a part of it? And the mall security is like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And they're like, we need napkins, and he's like, can I get some napkins? And he joins in. It's awesome.
No.
I know, I love it.
That's awesome.
I love it.
You know what I think happened due to flash mobs is it started being too many people. Like you need a good
Sure.
like
when there's more people in the flash mob
Yes.
than watching,
and just one person who's not in on it. It's like you need a
Yeah.
good ratio of like people who are aware to people who are not aware, because otherwise it's just you're just dancing with your friends. That's what it is.
sure. That's called you're at a bar.
Yes,
you're at the club.
yes. You're just doing karaoke in a mall.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all
yeah.
you're doing. 100%.
I would agree. I would agree.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I
If you were proposed to
Uh-huh.
in a flash mob, would
Hate
you
it.
say no?
I don't want to be proposed to in a public setting.
I agree.
I don't do it at a sports game.
No,
don't
if
do
I
it
got
on-
proposed to at a sports game, I'd say no.
Yes, 100.
Well, not. I would never say no in public. That's
Same.
That's like I'm like, who the fuck's out here saying no in public?
Yes, no.
Just save that man a minute of his pride. And
100%.
say yes, and then say no later.
Yes, and later I would be like, you don't know me.
Yeah,
and
we are not friends.
and that's okay. 100. I don't want to do. I would try to run away so quickly, and if I didn't get away, I would sit there and be like, yay. Yes.
On the Jumbotron.
On the Jumbotron. Jumbotron, I couldn't. I just don't like. I don't know what it is about it. I don't like public crowds.
It's just so. It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. Yes, 100%. It's one of those.
Embarrassing.
I did see a really funny TikTok video of this woman who also didn't want to get proposed to in front of a crowd and her boyfriend kept jokingly getting down on one knee in Disneyland, and she just kept being, stop right now, stop, get up,
Yeah.
get up. Like that would 100%. Do not draw a crowd. Do not. I hate it. I don't know why.
Yeah, Disney World. I guess I wouldn't want it, but it's a little less public to me than
Yes.
a Jumbotron.
Yes, 100. What about a reverse flash mob proposal? Which is,
What
have
the
you ever?
fuck's a reverse flash mob?
It's probably not a reverse
You out
flash
here
mob.
coining terms? The fuck?
I invented that 100% because what I'm about to describe is not that at all. Well, what about because I've done this for friends where you think it's just you two, and then it turns out everybody you knew in the world was watching and pops out of places.
Wait.
Like one time my friend got proposed.
Like your mom's there and you didn't know?
I just
Okay.
blew your mind.
No, I hear you.
Yeah, like one time my friend got engaged and they were like, it was like a mountain resort or whatever. And we were all like hiding in different places. So she thought it was just them two. And then she was like, yes. And then we all popped out. And I hate that even more.
I don't think I would like that very much.
I would
Because
hate
now
it.
my trip is altered.
Yes.
My plans are changed.
It's
I'm a
different.
woman who likes a structure and a routine.
Same.
Now I have to like regroup.
Yes.
And
Now-
like my social battery's on now.
Yes. You got to present yourself different.
No, for sure.
Yes.
And like I planned on like having an evening with my significant other.
Yes.
And now I'm with like my like mom's cousin's dog Terry. Like
100%.
I'm not into
now you're
it.
playing Monopoly.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Now I'm like playing
100%.
solitaire with my like great uncle Jim. I'm like not into that.
Yes. I would hate it so much.
I would have to agree.
Yeah. Is that a reverse flash mob?
For sure not. That's
No.
hence my confusion. Hence why I stared at you.
You're like,
mouth
and
agape.
no, 100% it does
But
not.
I hear you.
Yeah, you get the
So how
vibes.
would you just like to be proposed like in like a peaceful
Yes.
meadow?
Peaceful, calm, but also not like on the couch. You know what I mean?
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, I would hope.
Like a balance of like something sweet, middle of the day, maybe a
Maybe like a tasteful 4 p.m.
yeah, tasteful. Don't put a ring in anything. That's actually my greatest phobia. You ever seen like an episode of a sitcom where they put a ring in like a cake or something? I'm eating it immediately.
And someone eats it. Yeah.
I'm 100%.
You'll see it in 3 days.
Yeah.
The
How much do you really
trope.
love me?
Classic trope.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, I would be afraid of choking on it.
For sure. My sister, who is your age, just got engaged.
Aw.
And she got proposed to in a park in Charleston, South Carolina.
There we go.
It was just the two of them, but I was like, could anyone see you? And she said there was like a nearby bar where people outside, like afterwards, they
Yes.
from far away clapped for them.
Oh, that's
It's like,
cute.
that's fine. I guess.
Yes.
That's fine.
That's
Probably pretty unavoidable in this
One-
day and age.
yes, 100%. You know what kind of proposals though? Like, if it's this was also a thing. I feel like in like maybe it's still now. Have you seen like productions? Or maybe it's because I grew up in like Southern California, LA, where I've seen like this. There's two people I know specifically who like sent me a link. And it was like this video production of their proposal. Like one girl specifically, her now husband like made this vlog of like 10 days away from proposing. This is what this person means to me, blah, blah, blah. And filmed the whole proposal because it was also like a fake ceremony thing or whatever. If it's enough for a production and a YouTube link, you've done too
There's
much.
a trailer
Yes!
for your proposal.
You've done too much.
It's
You've gone
too
too
much.
far. We've lost the
It's
thread.
too much.
I hate
I
that.
would agree.
Yes. If
That's
I'm
a
the
lot.
star of your short film, I don't want to. I don't want it.
If you're selling it to Sundance,
Yes.
it's too much.
100%. There's credits rolling. It's too far.
I would 100% agree.
Yeah. If it's longer than like a 30-second video, when people send me it was like a 10, 15-minute link, I'm like, you did too much. I haven't clicked on it yet. So that is my worst fear. Something low key. I like your sister's proposal.
I even when I'm on TikTok and people are like, "Well, my boyfriend's taking me out to dinner. I think he might be proposing." And then it's like, fast forward. Okay, we're after dinner. It's after dinner. Now we're going for a walk. I like fast forward. I'm like,
Yes.
get to it.
100%. That type of influencer I respect, but I could not do it. Like the type where it's like your whole life actually has to be content. Like you got to take your camera with you to dinner.
I just think it's fake.
Yes, that's what I mean.
I just don't think. I just think like there's no way that's.
Yes. Would you be in an influencer couple? Because I could not. I respect it. I could not do
So
it.
that's very interesting because I this fall kind of we were never actually dating, but I was seeing another TikTok because I primarily am on TikTok.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
know
yeah.
that?
Yes, I did. I'm like, what's
Have
TikTok?
we ever spoken?
Wait.
No. I was like seeing another TikTok
Yeah.
guy, and I was like, this is so weird because if we were to ever date, would I be like would we make a video together?
Yeah, that's
It's
what I mean.
really
Would you
weird.
become-
That's like really. That's really cringy for me.
It's-
It's not the kind of person I am.
Yes.
There's people who do that, and that's your thing.
Yeah.
That's like that. So I don't.
Yes,
I
because
don't
it
know.
starts organic. The thing I can't do with it, the specific couple content, is when it starts organic and it becomes this like I'm going to trick my boyfriend into thinking that I got murdered when he comes home or whatever. Like, I couldn't do it.
Or I know that they're fake. They're for like Facebook views or whatever.
Yes.
It's like for fucking it's for old people on Facebook. But it's like someone's blindfolded and they're like, shh, shh, and they're doing something to them. And
Yes.
I'm like, they hear you, bro.
They
hear you.
I'm like, stop that. I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
I hate that.
Mad respect.
Or it's like you're waiting so long they're like putting icing on like a cake or something, and they're like, so what this is gonna do when we lift this cup, it's gonna be tie-dye, it's gonna be beautiful. So what's gonna happen is when we lift it, it's the colors are gonna spread. I'm like, fucking do it then.
Yes,
fucking do it.
Do it. Just do it. I
Like,
couldn't.
and then I watch it and I'm like, my brain, the human race has devolved, and my brain is the texture of brown sugar cinnamon oatmeal.
Yes, 100%.
It's so sad.
100%. Were you considering though you guys becoming a TikTok couple,
No.
or you just thought about the possibility? Okay.
It ended
And I'm
poorly.
dragging it up, and I'm like, how did it end?
No, I brought it up. It ended. It fizzled.
Okay.
It fizzled away.
It fizzled.
Fizzled away.
Well, that's okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, you never had to become a TikTok couple, so that works out.
I have a date tonight.
Ooh, with another TikToker?
No, with a guy from Hinge.
Okay. Ooh, we love that for you.
Sure.
That'll be fun. Sure.
Sure.
You're like, who knows? Whatever.
Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
Anyway, all that aside, a flash mob.
A flash mob. It's so funny because doing comedy, like stand up, people always think like, oh, like you like attention, you're an attention person. That's not really been ever my motivation.
That's interesting. I love attention.
Yeah. That's so funny. I love that for you. And I respect that. So yeah, I don't think I would have enjoyed the idea of flash mobs. I'm like, not. Yeah.
Well, I do love being in on something.
Oh, okay.
I love being in on it.
Yes.
I was in on it, and I don't think I keep a good secret.
Yeah.
So when I do successfully do it,
Yes.
and I was like, I knew I was in on it.
Yeah.
That's like I love that.
That's awesome.
I know.
I love the idea that you wouldn't memorize the dance, but you're like, I know.
I would memorize a dance.
Oh, really?
Sure.
Could
I'm
you?
a theater kid, yes. What do you mean?
I'm going to
I was
text
out
you
there
next
tapping
week.
my little ass off, tapping my little tap shoes.
You're like, I'm ready. I'm going to text you next week. I'm be like, we're getting the flash mob
Yeah,
together.
we're doing-
We're
putting Bruno Mars,
we're
Marry
bringing
Me.
it back. Bruno Mars and Marry Me.
Forever. Chris Brown.
Even if we did that next week, they would literally post a video and be like, uncovered footage from 2013.
I know, they'd say 2 time travelers spotted.
Yes.
in Grand Central
I don't
Station.
think I don't think flash mobs would go off now, especially because you made that joke earlier, but like there's just too much public safety and public risk, I think, now for like a flash mob to happen without ensuing like public panic. I think. Could we do a 2024 flash mob that people thought was fun?
Well, I did see there was again Improv Everywhere from
Yeah.
the early 2000s. There's another one that was so smart because it's not like a dance, but they like had a casting call for a bajillion identical twins,
Oh.
and they dressed them all the same, not like the same
Oh.
as each other.
Yeah.
And then they like sent them into like the subway, and then like you see people gradually like start to notice that there's
Yeah.
like the 2 of everybody.
Oh.
Like that's a fun little.
That
flash
is
mob.
and fun. See, I like that.
I like that
That's
too.
fun. That's like
I
a
like
fun
when I
thing.
don't have to like
Yes.
play like Telephone by Lady Gaga.
Yes.
And it's just
One-
like a little prank.
Those were the songs. Telephone by Lady Gaga
Yeah,
was a
I'm
big
telling
flash
you.
mob inspiration.
Just Dance.
We loved social experiments were real big in like the early
they
aughts.
do love a social experiment.
Social
They
experiment.
did back
And
then.
Maybe it's just because YouTube, when YouTube was in its infancy, those were the types of videos we liked. Before it
Maybe.
was like, influencers or vlogs and things like that. It was just purely like, let's tape people in public and
But
see
you
what they
wanna
do.
know something?
What?
I really dislike, and I can see the humor in it,
Uh-huh.
but I cannot watch any sort of like prank show.
Okay.
I can't watch Eric Andre, which sucks 'cause I think he's fucking hilarious,
Yes.
but I can't watch it because it gives me unbridled anxiety.
oh my gosh.
I
yeah.
think Borat is funny.
Uh-huh.
I can't watch it.
Yes.
I can't watch like Impractical Jokers.
Uh-huh.
What are the other ones like that?
I feel the same way. 100 prank shows, I feel the exact same way because the anxiety of it and like the non-wrapped upness of it. Like,
I don't like that people don't know.
Yes, I don't like that people don't know. I don't like because sometimes I think pranking has gone too far sometimes, and you're just like, I don't like that you really made this person think this for like a couple of seconds.
Oh my God, in Borat,
Yeah.
too, there's like a whole thing with this little old woman, and she's a Holocaust survivor.
Oh no.
And Borat, whatever, Sacha Baron Cohen,
Yeah.
is like making all like asking her all these super offensive Jewish questions.
Oh my God.
As Borat, as
Yeah.
a joke, but she's answering so sincerely.
Oh.
She's like, that is actually a common misconception.
Oh.
He's like, what about your big nose? And she's like, that's actually a stereotype. And I'm like,
Wow.
so someone tell her it's
Yes,
a joke. Someone tell her
I'm
it's
the same way. I sit there the whole time like, wait, but don't tell them it's like a fake 100%.
It's horrible. I hate it.
I feel the exact same way. I'm like, I need it to be wrapped up. I need it to be
It's
quickly.
horrible,
Tell me what's going to
horrible.
happen. How are we going to wrap this up? That is very. Did you remember those like 2 YouTubers who got into big trouble? I watched
Someone
the
got
videos.
arrested. Someone got arrested.
Oh,
Someone got
really?
shot.
Oh, yes. Someone's got shot before. It was the 2 YouTubers who like they were like 2 guys who like pull pranks on each other and stuff. But one of them had the other one like kidnapped, but didn't tell him it was like a prank. So like he really thought, I think he like peed himself, like a lot of post-traumatic stress that comes
Yeah, that's
along with
fucked.
that. Yeah, they got
That's
into
crazy.
huge trouble. And I'm like, those are the kind of things where I'm like, that's not a prank though if you really convince somebody that their
Yeah.
life is in danger and they're
no.
like terrified. Like
That's so crazy. Well, now all that's getting like canceled.
yes, 100%.
sure.
Yeah, because people
But-
are, stakes are too
but-
high. Do not prank me. Do not convince me of a prank. Do not. Yeah, it's stressing me. Even April Fools now. I'm like, it's got to be
Yeah,
light.
thank God it's over.
Yes.
Did you
Blessings.
get April Fooled?
No.
Cool.
Have you ever done a cool April Fool's prank?
No.
I was waiting for you to be like, actually, I shot someone once.
I was trying to think if I have. I don't think so.
Yeah.
The Connections yesterday was pretty fun. You play the Connections.
You're like, that was cool.
I know, I'm so boring. Flash mob. What a great flash mob this would be. Is
Ooh.
if we got someone, an unsuspecting person.
Yeah.
Let's say it's you.
Okay.
You're the victim.
Okay. I'm ready.
I get
mentally
a
prepared.
huge group of people on like your street.
Okay.
In on it.
Okay.
And I tell everyone, we're gonna pretend it's like 1950,
Yeah. I hate it.
and everyone, it's the milkman comes.
Yeah.
Everyone's dressed in the garb.
Uh-huh.
And then you think like, did I go back in time? And you panic for a second.
That's so funny. I don't know if my first thought would be, did I go back in time? My first thought would honestly, especially living in New York, would be like, oh, they're filming a movie in front of my apartment and I am now in it on accident.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
But that's an interesting question. What would have to convince me? Like, what would you have to rearrange in my life to make me think I went back in time? That's a good
Back to the
question.
Future?
Back to the Future. Yep.
I'd have to crash my DeLorean into a barn.
You would have to crash your DeLorean into my apartment, and then I'd be like, you know what? It
Maybe
feels like I'm
she's
in the
from
past.
Another time.
Yeah. I don't know. See, that's the thing. We always.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, I have one more thing to say.
Okay, I love
What about
this.
a really heartwarming, nice flash mob that isn't to prank? What about, have you ever seen the the thing on YouTube when they get the whole neighborhood to learn sign language for that deaf guy?
No, but that would destroy me.
Isn't that so nice?
That's
This
sweet.
deaf guy's like, oh man, I wish I could wait, like say hi to my neighbors and
Uh.
stuff. And the whole neighborhood starts taking sign language classes.
Oh.
And then they're walking, they're like, hey, like Jim or whatever.
Yeah.
Probably should. It's probably offensive sometimes to do that. And then he's like, oh my god, they all know. How nice is that? Flash
That's
mobs are not always
sweet.
for pranks and evil.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I do think there was like a good like hospital flash mobs. Oh, the things like
of
that.
what? Like dancing?
Yeah.
At the hospital?
Of dancing, yeah.
Can you imagine like
That
your
would
loved one
be-
just got in a car accident? You're asked to sign the DNR, you're organ donating, and then all of a sudden you hear Forever by Chris Brown.
You're getting like the worst news of your life. Like they're not gonna make it, and you just like,
1, 2, 3, 4.
that would be so crazy. Oh my gosh! But honestly, it
You're
would make
trying
me
to
smile a
decide
little
if
bit.
you should do the transplant.
Yes, yes.
Oh
And you're just
my
like,
God,
can
that
we close
is
the door? Can we for a
hilarious.
second? That would be hilarious.
Put that in. somewhere.
Yes, I'm
Put that in
gonna
a
do
sketch.
that. And the doctor's in on it too. They're like, sorry, hold on.
They throw, 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is my part.
It's like I'm waiting
In
my whole life.
That would be I honestly think I would love that.
That's hilarious.
That is the only part I would love a flash mob. I'd be like, thank you so much. Anyways, you said I'm dying? Okay.
Yeah. How many weeks? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Cool. Thank you.
Vannessa, it has been an absolute joy to have you on the Pesto
This
Pod.
has been so much fun.
It's been so great. Tell the people where to find you on the social.
Okay, on the social, I'm on Instagram. I just got kicked off Twitter for nobody's reason. No reason. They just were like, your account's deactivated. I'm like, I haven't posted anything in forever, but cool.
Someone's getting fired for that.
Yeah, somebody's heads will roll. I'm on Instagram, kind of TikTok, just at very Vannessa with 2 N's, or just Vannessa Jackson.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see her funny wit on SNL. I guess,
Yeah.
sometimes.
There we go. On occasion.
On occasion. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
It's a wrap.
It's the Pesto Pod, the Pesto Pod, the Pesto Pod.